Hi Aries, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a next 48 tarot reading. So whenever you find yourself guided or drawn to this video, you can expect this reading to pertain to the following 48 hours of your situation, your life. Such a dramatic way of putting it. But either way, thank you so much for joining me, and keep in mind this is general. So just take what resonates and don't stress over what doesn't. And thank you in advance for your likes, your comments, and your subscriptions if you haven't done so already, okay? To begin, the overall message I received for you, Aries, as real as can be. As real as can be. Let's put this to the side. And due to this being for the next 48, we're going to keep it simple and pull from just the Light Seers deck. See what we have for Aries. Okay. Three of Swords, being a bit emotional or feeling a bit heartbroken for one reason or another in the next 48. We'll see why. What do we have for Aries for the next 48 hours? Yeah, and then we have the Moon card. So there's either something you're keeping quite secretive, or you could at the very least be dealing with some under the surface emotions. Even if you don't want to, I totally get it. But it feels like it's going to be the end of the 48-hour period where you end up quite ecstatic and happy. You figure out how to heal oneself at least enough to the point where you are a lot happier. I do feel the need to show the progression of these three. You go from quite emotional to getting a gift of abundance, feeling quite abundant in one way, shape, or form throughout the next 48, and feeling this reality come into play. Interesting. And things feel a lot happier, a lot brighter, a lot more colorful. It's the next 48 hours that proves to you and to other people potentially that you have it within you to make it through the worst, or just to heal from the difficulties and to sort through your emotions and become a lot happier due to it all. Proving that even the strongest of the leaders, interesting, need to go through that healing and deserve their abundance all the meanwhile. Okay. It feels like as well you're remembering to utilize your voice throughout the next 48, okay? Bear with me as they're telling me where to put the card. The Three of Wands coming out, feeling motivated, feeling ready to go, feeling as if there's a lot to look forward to in the upcoming days. The Three of Swords coming out again, and I feel like this is definitely speaking upon the Moon card and the Six of, almost at Six of Swords, interesting. These Six of Pentacles. There may be a situation you need to leave behind or move away from in order to see things feel more abundant, more colorful in one way, shape, or form. Potentially to release a burden, needing to be as real as possible with oneself. There's a huge judgment card feeling about your reading in general thus far. Queen of Wands, being pushed to ignite that fire within. A reminder that you're a fire sign and nobody can put your fire out within. And if they do, it's quite easy for you to put it back, to ignite it once again, to reignite that flame, to see yourself as an inspiration. And I think you will be, but you at times don't view yourself in that way. The next 48 will remind you to be confident in your voice and your presence and your effect on others. And it can be at times not the best effect. So just think about how you utilize your powers to do so, okay, to affect others. Let's keep going. There's something about candles as well, or at the very least one candle being used to your advantage. It feels like at the beginning of the 48-hour period, you can't fully plan or move towards what you deserve. And then it feels like this level of abundance relates to moving away from a situation that isn't healthy for you, or upgrading, moving towards something bigger and better. It just feels like a push within, like halfway through this 48-hour period, to move towards, or make it easier to move towards happier days. They're saying well deserved. It's time for you to be. It's time for you to be with the Ace of Cups. Happy once again, or just to experience a level of your cup overflowing, to experience a love for your situation or multiple situations in your life, like you once did, or just have been longing for a while. Wow, this is a lot. And I feel like that's key wording. As I look at the Seven of Cups, a lot to decide, a lot of decisions, a lot of options, okay? Definitely thinking about that Six of Pentacles. Abundance in the form of options for what you need the most at this time. There's going to be one person who, you might be aware of this already, but it feels like they have a facade on. Do you see that mask right there? They have a facade on and they're not showing their true self, but you see right through it if you hadn't before this 48-hour period. The Eight of Swords, the King of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. So things feeling a bit slow in the next 48, but it's purposeful. Part of that healing process as you're being pushed to recognize why things have felt a bit heavy, a bit bland, and a lack of color in your situation previous to these 2 days. Either way, there's a push with that King of Pentacles to believe in your power, to sit back on your throne and manifest, and to stand proud through the remainder of a difficult situation that feels quite tied up and limiting once again. They're saying burdensome, but all the meanwhile being pushed to do a level of reflecting in order to move towards that healing, to move towards that freedom that you desire at this time. They're saying that flow will be your best friend. That flow will be your best friend. I'm now being drawn to this lizard here. A message of regeneration coming through. When an Aries gets knocked down, they get right back up, or they find a way to heal, regrow a part of their life. Interesting. And just succeed moving forward all the meanwhile. I just heard somebody will try to knock you down. That was why that just happened to me. And you will have to do your best to just stand tall and move towards the bigger and the better. Giving yourself a chance, especially in the first half of this 48-hour period, to rest, to heal your strong Aries heart. Okay, let's keep pulling. Your world's changing. Take a deep breath, as completion is a must, as you elevate towards the new, the big, the better, the brighter. And it feels like this is your future card here, the world. And speaking upon your past, longing for more, wanting to travel, wanting to experience more than you have up until this point. Allow for yourself to simplify what you desire as you move towards it, and embrace a wish fulfillment that will develop your situation in a huge way. Okay, let's pull one for the center. With the Devil coming out, just be careful not to overwork yourself in the next 48 hours and moving forward as well. Don't overthink. Don't allow for yourself to feel as if certain future situations are going to turn out in a negative sense, like what you've dealt with or what you're escaping at this time. With the High Priestess, you're going to get downloads in the next 48. You're going to find that your higher self communicates through your intuition in a powerful way. Do your best to listen to it. There's a reminder as well to pay attention to red flags moving forward, as I was waiting for this to come out. There's a huge push to release an old version of yourself, an old situation, at the very, very least, to embrace one's transformation and growth on a soul level as you release an unhealthy situation and improve your life for the better, okay? It's a 48-hour period where things, including yourself, are as real as can be, okay? Do your best to keep that passion alive or bring it on back, okay? So I hope this was truly helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hoping you have an amazing 48-hour period, and I'll definitely see you next time. Bye, Aries.